Hello, Dmitry.
Hello, Liudmyla. Can you hear
Do
me?
you hear me?
Yes.
You're the first person. Just it always happens that Michael is the first. So if we have one person, we can start. So as far as you know, great philosophers, authors left great legacy of wisdom for us, and unfortunately, we don't use it now. So, oh, and we have Anne with us. Hello, Anne.
Hello, Anne.
And can you hear us? Oh, there's some problems.
Who has problems?
As far as I understand, Anne has problems. Anne, do you hear us?
Anne, can you hear us?
I doubt, really.
You look great, Liudmyla.
Give me some moments, I will try to solve this problem. I don't know what to do. She writes in our chat.
Yes, on Russian. I thought we will use Skype, but I see that this Google Chrome. Understand. I think she has problems with sound, with microphone. Microphone, yes.
Maybe.
I see that her microphone is off.
And we have Alexander also here. And do you hear us?
Yes, I do. Oh,
No, you're not Anne, but I'm glad to see you, Alexander.
oh, sorry.
You are very loud.
Yes. Do you hear an echo?
A little.
So I propose us to start. Alexander, do you hear us?
Yes, I hear you.
It's nice. So let's start, and when Michael comes, I hope that he will be able to solve Anne's problem and she will be with us. So as far as I started to tell, today we're going to discuss great ideas of some great people. And let me explain you the way we're going to work. I'm going to read these weeds for you, and then I will send it in our chat. So if you don't understand what I have told, you can only read. So let's start with the first quotation. So I have a slowly internet, so forgive me. The world is a stage, but the play has bad cast. So, and I'm writing it for you. So what do you think about it? And is it clear for you, Alexander?
No, I don't know word cast.
So Dmitry, can you explain it to Alexander, the meaning of this?
Yes, cast is it's actors.
Yes, so our role is a
Understand?
performance, if we can paraphrase it, but our actors and actresses are very bad.
Okay, the wall is stage.
So, Alexander, do you agree?
Yeah, so Oscar Wilde means that people are bad actors.
And we're also bad people at all. So I have several questions, so one by one answering. So, do you agree, Alexander?
Yes, I agree.
And we have Mary here. Hello, Mary.
Hello,
Hello, Mary.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm also fine, but we have one problem with girl. She hears us, but she cannot tell anything.
It's Anna.
Yes.
Maybe she should try to do something with her mic. You know, we have some option.
Unfortunately, she hears us, but she cannot answer. So
I don't have some, instruction.
unfortunately. So, Mary, we have already started to discuss the first quotation, so you can read it at our chat. The world is a stage, but the play has bad cast. And so Alexander started to tell his idea about.
Could you
if
send
we
link again?
What?
Could you send link again, because I don't see.
It's not a link. It's I'm just writing. So,
Okay.
so Alexander.
Yes.
So do you agree with this quotation?
Yes, I agree with this.
Oh, everything is simply. So next, Dmitry, do you agree?
I partially agree and I partially disagree because some people, for example, I'm not a good actor. I can be an actor. That's why I don't know what meant Oscar Wilde, but probably he's right. But not not everyone is an actor. Can be actor.
Good. And Mary, what about you? Have you understood?
Yes, I understood, but I think this quotation has a different meaning. First, we can say that all of us people and we woman or man, so we have masculine role and female role. And we have different behavior, different parents, different consciousness, so we have different role. And we can understand this statement like all people play in life, and it's like not true, so like all people lie. So, and we have in this meaning understand this quotation.
It seems to me that he just wanted to say that our Earth is inhabited by bad people. So, but it's just my opinion, and I have also one more question about this quotation. So, what people surround you? Are these people good, or they are bad, or they are reliable or unreliable, Alexander? Alexander,
Yes, I hear. Sorry, what question was?
are you driving again?
No, no.
what people surround you? Are they good or bad, reliable or unreliable?
They are different.
And we have Valery here. Hello, Valery.
Hi, Liudmyla.
How are you, Valery?
I'm good, and yourself?
We have already started to discuss our first quotation, so do you see it in our chat?
I'm afraid not, because I'm on my iPad, and Michael usually sends me all the quotations from chat. So I need Michael's assistance.
So I will repeat this quotation in our chat, so do you see it now?
No, I can't.
So let me just read it for you, because I read it for people, but you were absent. The world is a stage, but the play has bad cast.
The world
is a stage.
is a stage,
But the play has bad cast. So what do you think about it?
Well, it's a very philosophical saying.
I can tell you that all these ideas will be philosophical, so...
By the cast, I guess people are meant, aren't they?
People at all.
People
Men,
in
women.
general, yes. So that person who said this statement was quite critical of mankind, wasn't he? So he had quite a low opinion of people. And
it seems to me that Valery understood this phrase in my way, really, because there were two different opinions about this quotation. So I suppose that Oscar Wilde meant that we are surrounded by bad people, but there was one more opinion that just we are actors and we play our roles bad, but we're good people, just we act in a bad way.
yes, so Oscar Wilde was a very pessimistic man, and now I understand this statement when you mentioned Oscar Wilde, because he was very pessimistic.
Pessimistic.
Yes.
And my question was, what people surround you? Bad, good, or reliable, unreliable?
Any people, well, people of different people surround me, and both bad and good people, both reliable and unreliable. But in mass, I think that people have both negative and positive traits of character. So sometimes people show their negative sides of their character, sometimes they show positive ones. So it's very difficult to say that this person is very bad or that person is very good. So generally people have both positive and negative features.
Seems to me that you had an excellent mark for philosophy. So, Dmitry, what about you? What people surround you?
I totally agree with Valery, and I think that everyone has both features, and good and bad, and no one can be just good or just bad. But I can say that only good people surround me.
Oh, it's nice for you, really. And Mary?
I think all people good. Maybe sometimes people make bad actions, but
Oh, it's a very optimistic point of view that Hitler always also was a good person, but he made just bad actions.
sometimes I don't know. But I think all people good.
Liudmyla, how do you know? How can you be sure that Adolf Hitler was a good person?
I just asked. So Mary told an idea that all people are good, but they sometimes make some bad actions. So just my question was Hitler a good person and he did bad actions according to Maria's point of view? Because my point of view is different. That there are bad people really, and there are good people. So
Adolf Hitler belonged to that very small group of people who can be defined as very bad ones, and there was nothing really good about Hitler, as I believe. And actually, this viewpoint.
Except in his artwork, as far as I know, they're highly appreciated in society.
No, well.
But I haven't seen them, so.
Tastes differ, right? But at the time when Adolf Hitler applied to School of Arts, his paintings, drawings were estimated as quite mediocre, not really excellent, and with his works he couldn't make it to become a student of an art school. And now these works of art are appreciated only due to the fact that they were created by Hitler. That's the point. That's the reason.
To think that you know art better than I know.
Valery, can I ask you?
Yes.
So can we say that all German were bad because they couldn't stop Hitler?
Well, we can't say that German people were bad. It's very, you know, it's absolutely wrong to say this. And not only the German people have to share the guilt for starting the Second World War, because after the First World War, you know that you remember that Germany was really humiliated by France and England.
Yes.
The German had to pay large contributions to the winning nations, and they were really humiliated, lived in poverty, and that enraged the German people. And so in a way, other nations are also should be also found guilty for the for commencing the Second World War.
Yes, I agree.
Mm-hmm. And coming back to the fact that good or bad people, I think you cannot never be sure of somebody as being a truly bad or truly a good person. You can't test it in real life. So I mean that features of a very good person or very bad person might be tested in an emergency situation, in a very critical situation, but in everyday life we have so few situations like this, and you can't be sure of your colleague or of your acquaintance, even your friend, if he or she is a really good person.
So it seems to me that everyone is satisfied with Valery's answers, and I propose us to start discussing one more wit. So just I'm writing it for you and I'm reading it. So we live in a fantasy world, a world of illusion. The great task in life is to find reality. So I have several questions about this quotation. So what hides reality from us? Mary, what do you think about it?
Excuse me, what?
Should I repeat?
Yes, I did catch.
The quotation or question?
Both.
We live in a fantasy world, a world of illusion. The great task in life is to find reality.
Mm-hmm.
And my question was, what hides reality from us? Mary, what do you think about it?
I don't know. Maybe our I think we live in reality, and sometimes we want to escape for fantasy world. So I think I disagree with this quotation because many people find a way to some to find something new, something under our consciousness,
So
and
you think
it's like
vice versa, so we live in real world, but we try to hide ourselves in illusion.
yes, I
So
think yes.
it's interesting.
Something like because if we have this opinion, if we use and we believe in this opinion, people never try alcohol, drugs, and people never become mad.
No, it's for me. It seems to me that this quotation tells us that we are surrounded by illusions, and the truth in our life is hidden. So, just how can you know that mass media, internet, and so on propose us real information? So we.
I understand, but it's. I think if you have a little logical mind, you can understand that it's true or not true. And but
We have no logical mind, so
anything else, I think people all time, try to escape from reality.
oh, it's interesting opinion, Dmitry.
I think that Iris meant this,
No, the further, please.
that every person lives in her or his own world, and because the great task in life is to find reality. So I can say
What
that
the question was, what hides reality from people?
life, real lives, because we live in our own world.
Alexander has his own opinion.
Yes.
Can you explain it?
Just joke.
Oh. So your opinion, what hides reality from us?
What height? Maybe walls of our houses, our flats, and what else? TV sets, internet.
So everything including people. I wanted
Yeah,
to say excepting people, but then I decided I was wrong. So including people.
and video games too, for some people.
So many dangerous things. Alexander, no.
Some people often compare some situations with game GTA. They often
Who
find
knows something about GTA?
I know.
Oh, it's because I don't know anything about it. So it's if you can understand it. So why do people compare a game with life with GTA?
maybe this game is very look very real, maybe, and there
It's
are
enough to compare, yes.
it's enough, yeah. Maybe it's better to watch somewhere, but I don't play this gear and any other gear games. But I think sometimes I am hidden of reality.
And Valery, what do you think about it? What hides reality from us?
Actually, we live in a real world, right? We are living people, and we live in reality, not in a world of illusions. For me, well, I'm trying to not hide from reality. When I come home from work, for example, I try to detach myself from reality by watching some movies, TV shows. So it's kind of switching myself from the real world into the world of TV shows, and finding myself in that fantasy world, being full of zombies, for example, if I watch the Walking Dead TV show. So for me, it's a kind of rest, and it's enjoyable experience to switch myself from reality to the world of illusions.
Different opinions, Phil, because
Maybe I'm missing the point of your question, Liudmyla.
but each person understands this quotation in his own way. So I think it's impossible to tell that you didn't understand, because of course you understood, but in your way. And it's really good that we have different points of view, because it wouldn't be interesting for us if we have the same point and we will discuss it.
And opinion is also interesting. You can
So
read
many
this.
people, so many minds, really. It's very good quotation. And our next quotation is, I have always imagined that paradise will be a kind of library. So you can read it, and of course my question is, what does your paradise look like, Mary?
I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. It's,
Do you agree with the author of this
yes,
quotation?
I agree. It's a good quotation, I think, because you know, if when we read book, we can imagine for yourself a lot of things, a lot of world. Sometimes we can see something in the past and imagine something in the future. So I agree. It's all our,
You like to read books, so
yes.
it's good. And Dmitry, what about your paradise?
I don't believe in paradise.
So, but
but
if you
but I
believe
agree
in
that
paradise, what would it look like?
I don't know. Maybe it will be a planet without mankind.
So you actually was agree with Oscar Wilde that people are bad, so we don't need
Most
them.
people are bad, but there are many good people. But of course, reading books is very good, and I agree with Josh Louis Borges.
And Alexander, tell us about your paradise.
I never liked reading book, so I would imagine that it's something like cinema. Yeah.
Cinema with equalization of books, yes.
Yes.
But equalizations of books are very bad, usually.
It seems for people who read books that all equalizations are bad, but for people who didn't read them, everything would be alright, I think.
Yes.
So, and Valery,
Excuse me, whose quotation was it?
Borges,
Borges?
yes. Do you know such author?
No, is he a writer?
Yes, he's writer of short stories.
A Spanish one?
Yes.
Well,
Maybe Spanish, maybe Latin America. I can't be sure. Dmitry, maybe you can help us.
Yes, he's Argentine.
Argentinian writer.
Yeah, Argentinian.
Yeah. So Dmitry, I recommend you to watch the TV show which is called The Last Man on Earth. If your paradise is living on the planet without any people,
Thanks.
that's a cool TV show. I watched the first season and I'm looking forward to the next one, to the second one. And
If it's
as
show without people, so just black screen and
Pardon?
the
I didn't catch your joke, Mila. Sorry.
never mind.
Ah,
So your paradise, Valery.
so my paradise for sure is not associated with libraries, and I'm not a bookworm. I used to love reading, but I don't love doing it so much currently. So my paradise will be about being very wealthy, living somewhere on a tropical island, maybe not alone, of course, but with a bunch of hot models, girls, and
It
so
sounds like dream, but
in
not
a
paradise.
bungalow. It's a paradise for me in a bungalow, yes, and with everything what I'll need for luxurious and comfortable life.
And what about self-development? These girls will be masters of philosophy, and they will discuss with you great topics about life.
Well, with those girls, I wouldn't discuss any philosophical matters. We would find more interesting things to do. Something like maybe some sports, some activities. Not talking about philosophy, for sure.
It's a bit sad paradise.
It will be very cheerful paradise and not a boring one. For me, it will be a boring paradise to chat about philosophy, about Nietzsche, for example. I will fall asleep in a couple of minutes in such a paradise.
So, but it's for you to decide. So maybe some people enjoy it really, and actually I know such people who enjoy doing it, and they will not fall asleep. So, and we have one more quotation. So it sounds, you will never be happy if you continue to search for what happiness consists of. You will never live if you are looking for the meaning of life. So, and I'm writing it to you. So, and of course, my first question, can the person be happy? Mary.
Yes, I think yes, person can be happy, but if person all time only think and looking for happiness, it's only search, and it's something abstract, and different people have different meaning and can describe this.
Understanding of happiness.
Yes. So it's very complicated because every people have different happiness. But I think it's feeling, and better to feel it than to research it.
Guz and Dmitry, your opinion, can the person be happy?
Of course. I agree with Mary.
You're so optimistic people, really, because I can't believe really that the person can be happy.
Why?
The person can get illusion of happiness, but it sounds like can't remember. No, I can't remember. There is a philosophical point of view about. Never mind. That we can get something, but this will be an illusion of something. So, and the true meaning and true things we can't possess, maybe in such a way. So I'm sorry I interrupted you. So explain us why do you think that the person.
I can say that you say about illusion. That's why I think your great task in life is to find reality. And I think that everyone can be really happy because I agree with Mary that happiness is different to anyone. For some people, reading books is happiness. For other people, playing games is happiness. So, and meaning of life is in life, I think.
It's difficult, really. So what Alexander tell us?
I don't know what will be if I will find meaning of life.
So just we'll discuss this topic a bit later. Now, question is, can the person be happy?
Can the person happy? Yes, why not?
Person simple, also for Alexander. Only yes, without any explanations.
If person won't spend a lot of time for this, he can stay happy.
So to do nothing and just enjoy life, and it's the way to happiness.
Maybe it's happiness for somebody to find something.
Peace in this world.
To find someone.
And Valery?
Well, somebody said that truly happy people can be found only at medical establishments for mentally ill people. And I
think that Valery shares my point of view.
I do. And theoretically, people might be happy, but for a very short period of time. For example, if you have achieved something remarkable in your lifetime, you can feel happy. But then, I mean that our achievements, they last, for a short time, and then you aspire to get, to higher.
It's about black and white stripes, yeah. That today you're happy and next day you are not happy.
As for me, I've never been happy in my life. It doesn't mean that my life is so miserable and I'm an unhappy person. So there is a lot of satisfaction in my life, but there is little happiness, I guess. So I try to take things easily, calmly, and matter-of-factly, and maybe it's easier to live a life being a calm person and reserved one, and maybe it's a waste of emotions to spend on some events in your life, because it's impossible to be happy for a long time.
Valery's point of view suits me so.
I want to add something. I think that happiness, I agree with Valery that happiness is a short time feeling, and but we are reflections of our thoughts, and if we believe that we can be happy, we can be happy.
So
You,
that
you,
our mind determines our reality. It's such a like, great question. And I have one more question. How can the person become happy? Also according to this wit. And Anne writes something for us maybe. So Mary, how can the person become happy?
You know, people spend a lot time, efforts for because they want achieve happiness. They believe that happiness it's money. Somebody believe that happiness it's I don't know, people around. Somebody believe it's I don't know, power. But you know, happiness in your mind. It's because different people only. I know people who think that if they have $1 million, they would be happy. But if you ask and what you change in your life if you have this money, they think I buy boat. So what people need, boat or money, or maybe they found girl. So what need money of girl? So it's only things.
Depends on person, yes,
Yes.
first. So you can't give some pieces of advice how to get happiness.
No, only relax and be happy.
It's nice. And to have Michael here. Hello, Michael.
Hello, Liudmyla, and also everyone.
Michael, we have a little problem with one girl. Can you help us, or we shouldn't interrupt?
I just help.
Can you help?
Yeah. I sent
So we have a girl, she hears us, but we can't hear her.
Okay, now I send you link how to change it.
So can we continue?
Yeah.
So, Dmitry, your pieces of advice to be happy.
I think there is one right way to be happy. That's to fall in love.
Explain it.
Love is the most important thing in our world. That's why if we love someone, we can be happy. True, we can feel this true feeling, this true happiness.
Dmitry is kind of romantic person.
Yes, I am.
And if we have Michael here, so maybe Michael is ready to give also some pieces of advice how to become happy in our life.
No, hard to say because I think it's different. We need to have different things or activities for every person because the understanding of what is the happiness it's different.
So you have the same point of view as Mary has. Maybe.
Yeah. Somebody wants to be in love, but another kind of person need money. So if they take it, maybe.
Valerie told us about money and girls.
Yeah.
Money is the greatest evil.
It's a wrong ideas, but it's my own opinion. Yeah.
So maybe Alexander changed his mind and can tell.
I agree with Mary that it depends on person what he want, and my opinion that to be happy you should follow your your
Oh.
wish. Your wish.
So, and can you hear us? Actually, we hear you? No, it seems to me that we can't. So, Valery.
So the question for me is, do we really need to be happy? As I said before, being happy is, for me, it's an ethereal emotion and very quickly going emotion. Quickly, it's a very short feeling, and so for me, it's more important to be satisfied throughout your life and not being miserable.
So how can person be happy for a short moment in his or her life?
Well, falling in love, of course, starting a family, having kids. So for me, it's even more important to have your own kids, and to your children you can have everlasting love. And because your love to your girlfriend or wife, it quickly goes away, but your love to your children will never disappear. I mean that, for example, I'm married, but of course, I value my wife so much, but this phase of being in love and in great sexual passion, it's a temporary thing, and then your wife becomes your partner and more of a friend to you and to your relative, so to say, and then you find your happiness in your children, in raising your kids, and so
it's very strange to hear it from you because you started from money girls on the island.
that's a dream, and it doesn't have anything in common with reality. So paradise is unreal.
And your reality is very different.
My reality is my family with my son, and the paradise is something inaccessible, a tropical island with a lot of girls and a lot of money. So I mean that, well, in the world we have limited resources, and but our wishes, desires are unlimited, and it's very important to find yourself in such a position where your desires amount to your financial abilities. Yes. If you desire for something, you can buy it. You want it, and you can buy it. You can afford yourself to buy it, and that might make you happy. So if your desires don't exceed your financial abilities, that's really fine, and you might be not maybe a happy person, but quite successful and satisfied one in your life. So it's like in the Soviet comedy, the Caucasian hostage, so to say, by Leonid Gaidai. There was a Caucasian toast, and one man said that he wanted to, he could buy a ship, but he didn't have a desire. But he wanted to buy a big house, but he didn't have any money for that. And he made a toast to have those desires being equal to their financial abilities.
So it's
Sorry for my language.
the side of happiness, really.
So the key to happiness is when your desires don't exceed your financial abilities.
So it's really a good idea, I think. And we are going to have one more quotation. So it sounds like
Liudmyla, can you write the word quotation?
let me just write this quotation and then I will
Okay.
write the word. So it sounds like if there is a book that you want to read but it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it. So you can read the quotation and I'm writing this word for you.
I will.
Thanks.
As far as I remember, it is written in this way. I missed one letter. So, is it clear?
Who is missed? Mary or you?
Believe Mary.
Oh, quotation.
So, if there is a book that you want to read but it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it. So, do you have such book? Michael, let's start with you. So I know that you like to read and maybe you read a lot of books, so do you have such book which doesn't exist but you want to read it?
1 second. If there is one to read but hasn't. Oh, it's difficult sentence. I have been reading.
So we're giving you several seconds to think.
For me, it's not interesting. So I like to read. Maybe I'm not focused on this. Yeah.
So let it be. Maybe Mary has such book.
No, I don't know what I can to write because yes, what I can write because if I think about something, I know similar book all the time. So I don't know. I don't have idea about writing book.
I even don't know what to say because just I have some ideas about books and I don't know if these books exist or no, but sometimes I think that I can write. So Dmitry, and about you?
You understand that only few people are able to write a book, and I like reading about space and exploring new planets. There's
So it's not difficult to imagine to create such a planet and describe it in books, adding some meaning.
there are many books, science fiction, that I've already read and going to read.
But literature is developing, so there is something to write about. So maybe we just can't see it. And fiction is so great term, so it's possible to describe it in different ways. I think that it's always possible to find something new.
Writing a book, it's great efforts and one story. Not not 1 year or 2 years. Some writers write their books 2 years or 3 years long. I think I'm too lazy to write a book.
Maybe Alexander is not so lazy.
Oh, I don't like read.
You don't like to read, but maybe you like to write.
And I'll as well write, but I agree with Minion this statement. Maybe if you want something but you can't get it, you should get it by yourself.
By yourself, yes. You think of it from high point of view because you don't pay attention on books, so you just about in general actually.
Yes.
So in Valery.
Well, as I said before, I'm not a bookworm. Well, I used to love reading books when I was a schoolboy and a student. But now my love is watching TV shows, and I'm too lazy to read something.
Do they make you better?
TV shows?
Yes. Do they make you think about something?
They do, because some TV shows provide me with something to think about. Because, for example, The Walking Dead. Have you watched it?
I have heard about it, but I haven't seen.
Well, at first I thought that it was a silly action TV show about killing zombies, but later I got the idea that this TV show was about relationship, and in that critical situation, you could identify a good person from a bad person, and so it's not so simple from the first look. And this TV show might have a deep meaning. Well, if you take your time and watch a few episodes. So I watched this TV show 5 seasons, about 70 series. It took me just 1 month and a half to watch all 5 seasons. Now I'm looking forward to the 6th one. And of course I watched this TV show in English, in the original, and this wasn't a waste of time because this TV show developed my fluency and corrected my pronunciation a bit. At the moment, I have to read some books because I'm thinking of taking IELTS examination. I think it would be quite nice for me to have a certified document showing my level of English. Yeah, maybe I would try to find a job abroad. Who knows? And this IELTS paper might be of good use for me. And now I'm struggling with academic tests, and they're so awful, so horrible. There is a great number of different scientific terms, and I'm an absolutely humanitarian person, but those texts are so complicated, and I wish there was a better book maybe with better explanations how to deal with those texts, find some specific information, and do tasks better for those texts. But for sure, I am absolutely unable to write such a book with explanations how to master your academic writing skills.
So I've got the idea that it's possible to write books about some subjects. It's maybe some scientist book, but not connected with literature, but classical literature maybe. And we took it in grade, so it's the great task to write a book. I agree with you. But for example, if you read a book and you don't like the end of this book, can you rewrite it, or can you write your own ending of the book, Michael? Have you ever wanted to rewrite the end of the book or add some detail?
No, never. I think if you want to, okay, if you maybe disagree, or you can don't read it. No. Just finish on the.
Some postmodern writers propose us several variants of ending of the book. You know, maybe about fouls.
Yeah, I hear about this. So It's,
So if you don't like my first ending, I can propose you the second one, and if you are
yeah,
dissatisfied with the
yeah,
second, so you have this thought,
you,
please
you,
you to
you know,
decide.
and now maybe a few days ago, I read about something like artificial intelligence in writing books. Yes, and there is not 2 or 3 ending, but writers can make it a lot for special categories of people. Yeah,
And even without ending.
yeah.
So when there is half of sentences and it's interrupted.
Hmm. Yeah.
So Mary, have you ever wanted to rewrite?
No, I don't want. For me, it's like stole somebody's idea, and it's all time not really good. You know, if you read Chekhov, he all time to don't didn't finish the story because when you read this, you can imagine finish end of story. So I think it's good. And when somebody else finished for after this her story, I think it's not really good. And all time it's terrible. I don't like it absolutely.
It's a shame that it's more for children because, for example, my students like to do it. We did it with Ася by Turgenev, so we didn't like the end of this story. So I allowed them to write the end, and it was quite interesting to read their vision of this process because different times, different ages of writers, but they even add some kind of fantastic, so they send the main hero into another planet, and but it was really interesting to read. So
But after describe for us time and describe for us something his view and it's his idea and when we were done it's like stole something for me.
it seems to me that nowadays author and reader are equal. So he or she created his or her text, and now I can do with it everything I want to do. It's my imagination, my that's all, and I don't think that it's bad. It's develop, create new book, new world, new understanding of the main idea. So, but it's just my opinion. So, Dmitry, what is your opinion?
I agree that we shouldn't rewrite endings of books. We should then write our own books. And imagine
But it
that,
takes too much time. So,
well, imagine that you have written a book, and somebody says, "I don't like the ending of your book." Uh, so, are you going to rewrite the ending for this person?
I will not care about it because I will be sure that this person reads my book. He has some feelings about my book, so it's good, really. So I will allow him or her to do this.
If we don't like a book, we can write our own book. I think so.
And Alexander, what do you think about it?
Oh, I agree that we shouldn't rewrite. And if you ask me, I don't want to rewrite something. And
So maybe Valery wants to rewrite something.
maybe
I'm afraid of disappointing you, Liudmyla, but
Oh no!
I'm not interested in rewriting other people's books at all. I'm not interested in
Everybody against me.
I'm not interested in reading their books and not saying about rewriting their books. You know, God spare me from this thing.
Let it be. You will not rewrite, and I will. So
But if I get paid very well for rewriting,
you become a predictable person, really.
I'll take pains in this way, in this case.
Valery, money is the greatest evil in our world, and money can change people in a bad way.
Yes, it's the biggest engine which
And
makes
girls
people
also,
do.
Valery.
Yes, it makes people do something, of course, because we have our families. We have, you know, I don't care about myself. If I lived alone, of course, maybe I wouldn't care so much about money. But I have got a family. I have got a young son, and I have to, you know, think about his future. So I don't think that I'm a selfish person, such a money-loving person. But things change when you become a family person.
So Valery shared his opinion about family life. And it seems to me that our lesson is going to its end. So, but we have a lot of quotations and a lot of wits. So, and we're going to have lesson tomorrow, and we will continue discussing a lot of interesting and quotations. So I will wait you tomorrow. So thank you that you were with me.
Thank you for the lesson.
Thank you.
Thank
For this
you.
discussion
Goodbye.
club. I appreciate it so much to speak up and share our views, and this is really interesting and quite rewarding for all of us, I believe.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you, Liudmyla. Goodbye.
Liudmyla, you need to push red
I
button.
remember.
Because
I wanted to say goodbye to Dmitry because
Goodbye.
he didn't understand. So goodbye, Dmitry.
Goodbye.